A homeless boy sleeping under a bridge was treated like a criminal by everyone around him, but nobody knew the incredible future waiting for him. From rejection and hunger to becoming the person who saves lives, Lucas's journey will touch your heart. Sit back, relax, enjoy. Under the cold darkness of the night, a small boy named Lucas slept under an old bridge. The sound of cars passing above him was the only thing that kept him company. His clothes were torn, his stomach was empty, and his eyes carried a sadness that no child should ever know. People walked past him every day. Some looked at him with pity, but many looked at him with anger. They called him a thief. They called him trouble. They said, "That boy will never become anything." But Lucas always looked at the stars and whispered, "One day, I will prove them wrong." One morning, Lucas woke up to the sound of people shouting. A shop owner nearby had lost some money, and everyone started looking for someone to blame. Before anyone asked questions, people pointed at Lucas. "It must be the street boy," one man said. Lucas shook his head with fear. "I did not take anything. I promise." But nobody listened. They grabbed his arm and dragged him toward the road. Lucas felt his heart break. He was not only hungry, he was tired of being treated like he was invisible. Then an old woman named Maria stepped forward. She looked into Lucas's eyes and saw something others did not see. "Stop," she said. "A child is not a criminal because he has no home." The crowd became quiet. Maria asked Lucas what happened. With tears in his eyes, Lucas explained that he had been sleeping under the bridge because he had nowhere else to go after losing his family. Maria believed him. She helped him find the missing money near a broken box behind the shop. The shop owner felt ashamed because he had judged Lucas without knowing the truth. That day changed everything. Maria took Lucas to her small home. For the first time in many months, Lucas slept on a warm bed. He stared at the ceiling and wondered if he was dreaming. The next morning, Maria placed food on the table. "Eat," she smiled. Lucas looked at the plate. "Is this really for me?" Maria nodded. "Yes, Lucas. You deserve kindness." Those words stayed in his heart. For many years, nobody had told him he deserved anything. A few days later, Maria took Lucas to a school. Lucas stopped at the gate and looked down. "I can't go inside," he said. "Why?" Maria asked. "They will laugh at me. They will say I am just a street child." Maria held his shoulder gently. "Lucas, listen carefully. A street is where you slept. It is not who you are." Lucas walked into the school, but his first days were not easy. Some children laughed at his old clothes. Some whispered when he walked by. "There goes the boy from the bridge," they said. Lucas felt pain inside, but he remembered Maria's words. The teachers noticed something special about him. Even when he had little, Lucas always shared what he had. Even when he was tired, he studied. Every night, he read books under a small lamp. He wrote notes until his eyes became heavy. But life tested him again. One day, Lucas came to school without eating breakfast. His hands shook as he tried to write. His teacher noticed. "Lucas, are you okay?" He smiled weakly. "I am fine." But he was not. The teacher gave him some food and asked why he was hiding his pain. Lucas looked down. "I don't want people to think I am weak." The teacher replied, "Strong people also need help sometimes." Lucas never forgot those words. As the years passed, Lucas became one of the best students in the school. The same children who laughed at him started asking him for help with homework. But Lucas never laughed at them. He knew what it felt like to be rejected. One day, Lucas saw a young child sleeping near the same bridge where he once lived. The boy looked scared and alone. Lucas walked toward him. "Are you hungry?" he asked. The child nodded. Lucas gave him food and sat beside him. The child asked, "Were you also a street child?" Lucas smiled softly. "Yes, I was." The child looked surprised. "But you are wearing a school uniform." Lucas looked at the bridge. "This place was part of my story, but it was never my future." Those words gave the child hope. Lucas continued working hard. Every exam became a battle. Every night became a chance to build a better future. Sometimes, he wanted to quit. Sometimes, the memories of people insulting him came back. But then he remembered the boy under the bridge who dreamed of a better life. That boy was him. Years later, Lucas stood in front of a hospital wearing a white coat. People called him Dr. Lucas. But he never forgot the child he used to be. On his first day at the hospital, he saw a group of abandoned children waiting for help. Their faces reminded him of his younger self. He walked toward them and smiled. "Don't be afraid. I am here." One little girl looked at him and asked, "Were you always a doctor?" Lucas looked at the sky. "No. I was once a boy everyone ignored." The children listened closely. Lucas continued, "But one person believed in me when nobody else did." From that day, Lucas made a promise. He would help children who felt forgotten. Every week, he visited places where homeless children stayed. He gave them food, medicine, and hope. Many people who once judged him started telling his story. The boy they called nothing became someone who saved lives. But Lucas knew his journey was not finished. One evening, while walking home, he received a strange message. The message said, "Lucas, there is something about your past you need to know." He stopped walking. His hands became cold. For years, he thought he knew everything about the day he lost his family. But maybe there was a secret waiting for him. Lucas stared at the message, wondering who sent it and why they were bringing back the past he had tried so hard to overcome. Lucas opened the message with shaking hands. It was from a man named David, an old friend of his father. The message said, "Lucas, I knew your father. He loved you very much. The day you lost your family was not because they abandoned you. They were trying to protect you during a difficult time." Lucas felt tears fall from his eyes. For years, he believed he had been left alone. But now he knew the truth. David later told him that his father always dreamed of seeing Lucas become a great person. He wanted his son to help others and never allow pain to make his heart cold. Lucas smiled through his tears. "My father's dream came true," he whispered. From that day, Lucas worked even harder. He built a small center where homeless children could get food, education, and medical care. Whenever someone asked him how a boy from under a bridge became a doctor, Lucas always gave the same answer. "I was never just a street child. I was a child with a dream." The people who once judged him learned an important lesson. A person's beginning does not decide their ending. Lucas's story continued to inspire thousands of children. And every night, when he looked at the stars, he remembered the little boy who slept under a bridge and believed that one day, life would change. That little boy was him. And he proved that your circumstances may be your story, but they are never your identity.